Konnichiwa minasan, Puchen desu. Welcome to Bite-Sized Japanese Lesson 5, to be or not to be. Today we're going to talk about a couple of verbs that are probably only second to desu in how much you will hear and use them. They are arimasu and imasu. Now you'll often see these translated as to be, but that's not exactly right, I think. It's better to think of it as to be in a specific place. And they're also pretty close to the way we use to have in English. For example, when you ask someone, do you have a pencil? Or you call a store and ask, do you have Pocky? In those examples, you would use arimasu or imasu for the have. That's the most common way I hear and use these myself, so I think that's a pretty good way to think about them. You may be wondering, why are there two words for this? Well, imasu is used for things that can move themselves, like people or animals, and arimasu is used for things that can't move themselves, like plants and objects. Let's say you're calling your friend Tomoko's house and her mom answers. You can say, Tomoko imasu ka? To say, is Tomoko there? Remember that the ka at the end of the sentence makes it a question. So you're saying Tomoko is with a question mark at the end. This is an example of where we use the word is as the translation in English, but it's more like asking if Tomoko is in that place right now than it is asking if Tomoko exists. So that's why I think adding in that place is important. Another good way to think about it is that imasu isn't the verb to use to translate Shakespeare's to be or not to be, nor is it the verb you'd use to ask if Bigfoot exists. So be careful trying to use it in those kinds of contexts. As always, this all makes a little bit more sense if we look at a few examples. First, we'll look at imasu in Hunter x Hunter when Gon calls the butler's residence and asks if Killua is there. He says, Killua-kun imasu ka?
Killua-kun imasu ka?
Killua is the character's name, and kun is just a title used for little boys. It's like san, which you may have heard before. Imasu means to be there for things that move on their own, and finally, ka is a spoken question mark, making this a question. So he's saying, is Killua there? For arimasu, we'll look at this clip from Kuroko no Basuke, where Kuroko says there is a way out of their problem. He says, Ie, katsuro wa arimasu.
Ie, katsuro wa arimasu.
Ie means no, katsuro means something like an escape or a way out, wa just means that katsuro is a subject, and arimasu means that we have one. So Kuroko is saying that we have a way out. Not just that one exists, but there is one that we have and can use. We'll talk a lot more about these two in upcoming lessons as we start talking about verbs and how to conjugate them, so make sure to click that subscribe button to keep up with the lessons as we go on. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, ganbatte!